To start off with this video, I'll explain how things are going to work, so pay attention. I'll divide the video in 4 parts. The first is going to be a preparation of the decisions I made between the prologue and the Act 4. And this part will end with us making a backup save just on the Anthropic Hills, Lost Lab, where we will branch out all 3 of the mayor elections. I'll leave a short written summary at the end of each act for you to know what I did and for you to be able to pause the video if you want to take some notes. You can use the mayor section directly if you are much later in the game, but be aware that to get Rand elected is complicated and some choices must take place prior to Act 4. During the mayor's elected footage, I'll leave all the choices I made starting from the Somnod room, even though it's possible it doesn't really matter and you can back up your save after exiting it. I wanted it to be as safe as possible. Since I can't really explain all the social messages I replied from the prologue to Act 2, because I didn't reply any in Acts 3 and 4, what I usually reply with was middle of the road and moral answers, but I recommend you to not reply any social thread up to the Act 4, where we will make a backup before answering any of them. And starting with the prologue, the first thing you need to do is to agree to meet Doge's friends, so make sure to do that just before the briefing. Also, after going down the elevator to New Jerusalem, make sure to sign Damien's petition. Now, to end with the prologue, this is very important. You have to go to the Museum of Simulation and talk to Rand. Agree to him to help him run some simulations on the terminals, so go to one of them, finish one of the adventures, and then go back to him to give him your feedback. He'll be asking some questions, so you just need to answer them, and then after that he will be on his way.
You might be right.
After completing some puzzles in Grassland's ring, Doge will contact you again, and you have to consent to share your data with him. Then he will ask you a series of questions, which will determine your partner in the end. So I suggest to copy all of mine, because you will get Rand that way, which could be very crucial to him getting elected as a mayor later in the Act 4. So I recommend you to copy my answers in this video. Later in the Guded Plateau, he will have your match by then. In this case, I chose to be in contact with the mysterious 5th person, but he denied me that and instead put me in touch with the scholar, which turns out to be Rand. So just agree with him. Now during Act 2 in Desolate Island, I got the Rand message and I got introduced to him. I had a nice little chat with him, and in the end what you have to do is to agree to work with him. That's the crucial choice you have to make. You can ask him anything you want, but in the end make sure to agree to work with him and join this kind of society he's talking about. Later in the Act 2, in the flooded valley Lost Lab, I got to the Somnod room and I chose to use it, so I ended up breaking it. I'm not sure if this really matters, but in the end I recommend you to use it and just break it, because I think it breaks anyway, whatever you choose, and the functioning one is found later in Act 4.
Founder bless you, 1K.
In Act 3, you will be back in New Jerusalem, and there will be important conversations here. To start things off, I argued with Tekla and got the trophy, so I'm not sure if this really matters, but I did that. Then I talked to Damien again, and I said to him that I fully support him. And also keep in mind that you can also talk to Atal in New Jerusalem and support him as well. Maybe this will get Rand elected as a mayor more easily, but I'm not really sure about that. And also, before going to the briefing meeting, I talked to Malduk. I mostly argued with him, and in the end I just said that I will think about him, about what he said, and that he might be right. This could make electing Hermanubis as a mayor a bit easier later in the game. So I think this conversation really mattered.
The future of
1K, could you join us for a quick debrief?
Now, the briefing meeting at the end is a very crucial moment. The choices made here could have a huge impact on the mayor's elections later on, so make sure to watch my answers. I gave middle of the road answers during the whole briefing, and in the end I chose to say that I will share the data with the people. Now, Rand won't be happy with your choices during the briefing, so he will message you later, concerned about it, and you just need to answer him that you lied to protect the relationship. This is very important. Now, this is the end of the road for our preparations. During Act 4, remember to not answer any social media messages until after you have made the backup. Landing on the megastructure, you will meet Hermanubis. Just give him a middle of the road, like I'm still thinking about it, answer to him. And then you just need to focus on completing puzzles, activate all 3 towers, and whatever you do, do not enter the Lost Lab in Anthropic Hills yet. Once you have completed all of the puzzles and activated all 3 towers, then go back to the Lost Lab in the Anthropic Hills and enter briefly the lab to trigger the checkpoint, and then you make a backup save to the cloud here. And the rest is pretty simple. You just load the save and then go to the section of the video of the mayor you want to get elected, and just simply follow exactly every choice and every step I make on that very same section. Remain silent for the rest of the video, so I hope this guide is useful to you. I hope you get all the 3 mayors elected in one playthrough with the help of this guide. So let me know in the comments what did you got, let me know if it was useful to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!
I think you're mistaking me. Guess again. Actually, what is your query? The machine we're Yes. This really... Of course there is. Here's the secret. You came here to ask the... Of course.
You must have gone quite... Why? Whatever is necessary. Now, I won't...
1K. Whatever happened in there, I can... This puts me at... 1K.
That's fine. Please let me know when...
Thank you, 1K. I've been alone with this secret for a long time.
Despite all the challenges he faced, Mayor Hermanubis succeeded in keeping people on his side. Faith in the goal is stronger than it ever was. We're all in this together.
Yes, intrinsic. I knew you would. What is your query? I can answer your queries and... The machine with... Oh, just that. Only consciously. Here's the secret. You came here to ask the... I expected no less. What is your... Let's get one thing. Then let's tackle... Looks like we're running...
Okay, are you all right? You must have got... A little, if I...
That was the code base. Is that all? This is extremely troubling. Yes, you must be right. Then it was definitely malfunctioning. Good. People will want
1K. Attention, citizen. Well.
That's what you said to Pandora, is the truth is the only...
Mayor Hermanubis stepped down a while ago, and there was an election. Rand was elected in his place, promising to build a new system of morality that would tell us how to correctly use the theory of everything. I'm not sure he's really delivering, though, and people are restless. The question is, what do you plan to do now? We're all in this together, 1K. One way or another.
"1K, a word, please, without the streaming." Thank you, 1K. I've been alone with this secret for a long time.
Mayor Hermanubis fought hard to convince people that the goal was worth preserving. But the promise of the theory of everything was just too great. In the end, there was an election, and Hermanubis lost. Guess who ran against him and won? Byron. So, yes, he's mayor now. We're all in this together, 1K. One way or another.
And will you